Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm pretty excited to share with you guys the behind the scene of my photo shoot last month. This is the pregnancy photography. So I had my wife as a model and also myself. So it was quite hard for me at that time because I had to take photos of my wife as well as the photo together, which is one of the reasons why we decided to do it indoor instead. Actually, outdoor photography is also great, but it's gonna be too exhausting for us since we did not have any assistants to help out. We did everything by ourselves, even the background setup. So we were exhausted already after everything is set up. Hey guys, if you don't know me, I'm Paravuth. I make different videos on app review for iOS, Android, macOS and Windows. Besides, I also make video tips on photography and filming. So if you want to get more useful videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification so that you will be well notified when a new video is uploaded. Okay guys, so for your information, the purpose of this video is just to share with you guys the equipment that I use, how I took all the photos, and also the editing work for the final production. Okay, so now let's get started with the equipment that I use. Okay guys, so this is the place that we're going to do the photo shoot, and as you can see, I have all of the equipment set up. So as you can see, this is the continuous light, so we're going to use this as the key light. And actually I also brought along the fill light, but I think it's broken, it's not working. I have no idea what's going on with that because it's been a long time that I have never used it, but now it's broken. So mainly we're going to use the continuous light, and this is also the light that I use for my YouTube video as well. And for the equipment, I'm going to use my Canon. This is the Canon 6D Mark II with a flip screen. And I also have a separate video as well to talk about this Canon. Whether it is still worth buying in 2020. And there are two different lenses that I'm using for today's photography. So the one I'm using right now is the 24 to 105 millimeters with f4. This is the kids lens only. One more lens that I'm going to use is the 15 millimeters. This is with f1.4. This is one of the best lenses in the market. It's cheap and it gives you the best quality of all. Okay, next, what I'm going to use is the Godox V1, the flash. As you can see, this one, this is a new one from Godox, and the reason why I love this is because of the diffuser. You can see the cap here. So I love this. Yeah, it is 360-degree diffusion. It diffuses everything around it. Okay, and as you can see, as our ceiling is white, so I'm going to bounce the flash up to the ceiling, and at the same time the 360 is very good to direct to the subject itself. Next is the X Pro C. This is the Godox remote, because I'm going to set up one more stand right here to put the flash. So I'm going to set up a stand, one more for my camera, and I'm going to use this remote. Just set up 2 seconds or 10 seconds so that it will shoot photo for me. Okay, so now I've changed, so I'm going to use the off-camera flash. So the reason for this is that the experience is if you don't put the flash away from your camera, you will have to change the setting all the time because it's, sometimes it's too dark and sometimes it's too bright because of your movement of your camera. So I decided to put it here, the flash here, so it will bounce to the ceiling, and then it's also bounce to the subject. And the reason for this is that, as I mentioned, it's really easy for us, to move the camera around no matter where we are. So the lighting is going to be the same. And one more reason is that it's too heavy, you know, to have the flash on the camera. And the reason is I'm using the 24 and 100 millimeters, and it's too heavy to have this one more on the top of the camera. So I think this is the best solution so far. As you can see, one big issue that I have is that I have got only one key light to set up on the right, making it very dark on the left. This made my final editing even harder because the image is dark at one side. So if I want to get a balance of lighting, I would have to spend more time editing on the Photoshop. Well, it was not actually my day because, you know, one of the light that I have, the fill light actually, was broken. And it's also a good lesson learned as well. As you can see, I don't recommend you to buy this one for videography or photography. You can actually get the one that I'm using because this is one of the cheapest in the market. But the issue is that you cannot adjust its brightness or any modes. So you need to know how much light you need. If you don't need it to be too bright, you can just take out one bulb. In addition to lighting, another issue I had was the background. As you can see, I'm using the cloth background, not the gel. So it was very messy because I don't have any close streamers to make this cloth straight. As a result, I ended up editing and making it straight and nice in the post-production, where I had to spend more time doing it in the Photoshop. Moving on next is how I shoot the photos. Well, to shoot a photo, it's quite straightforward, as you can see. What I did was to plan for the solo shots, where I had to take a bunch of photos of my wife first before having to get the photos taken. This was also a good opportunity for me to observe and adjust the camera setting as well as the flash. When everything is ready, I kind of take some photos of my wife and then I could join in later. To capture the photos together, I use the camera remote control as mentioned in this video earlier. But look, it is a bit unnatural as I need to hold the shutter directly to the camera. I can't just hide it because it does not work if I'm not placing it directly to the camera. So if I want to take out the remote control, of course, I have to do it in the post-production using the Photoshop. But the problem is I'm going to spend much more time on that. So I don't need it. Just keep it there. Well, last but not least is the editing part. So I use two different software for photo editing. The first one is the Adobe Lightroom, where I used to change the temperature, skin tone, white balance, and brightness. Then I open it with the Adobe Photoshop to finalize my editing. As mentioned in this video, there's so many things that I need to edit, like the imbalanced lighting between the left and the right, as I have only one main light on the right. Another issue is the background part, where I have to make everything smooth and neat. Plus I had to smooth the skin of the subjects, which takes quite long to get everything done in the Photoshop. Well, I'm going to have a separate video on how to set up the flash on the camera and off the camera, and also a video on how to edit the photo using the Lightroom as well as the Photoshop for the final production. Okay guys, so I think that should be all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or recommendations or suggestions, please let me know in the comment down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next videos.